ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this stream that I'm about to do. As you can probably hear, I have some loud neighbors. No big deal. We're going to be running the Fleisch May 2017 database, and I'm kind of torn. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to do what I was doing on the stream that I was doing with the Rybold earlier, and that's to drain the swamp that is TNA. We're going to change the company name. We're going to make it good. And what I mean by that is that we're going to try not to make it the trash that it usually is, because honestly, I don't like TNA. I'll be the first person to sit here and say I don't like TNA. So hopefully this will be something that you guys can enjoy, and I am going to try and respond to you guys. Obviously, I've got to make sure that my YouTube is all set up and everything so that you guys can comment, and so I can basically talk to you guys, because I feel like that's very important to get you guys' feedback. So here we go. This is going to be fun. Tilly, welcome to the stream, and hopefully it's not, garbage. I'm gonna try. So we got Jason Brown as the runner of this company, even though I don't really know who Jason Brown is. I know he's TNA's owner person thing. So let's make sure that we got this all set up as I mess it up a few times. No big deal. And we should have the green flag. Let's run Impact Wrestling and make it good, because God knows it needs a facelift. So, let's go into the roster really quickly. Now, we're going to do this, we're going to go by push, any wrestler push, and yeah, let's go ahead and do anyone. Let's start with anyone over 35 who I don't like. They're getting cut. Because at the end of the day, you don't want people to be terribly old. El Patron is a little different because he's a very fantastic wrestler, even at 39, and he's got a lot of popularity. Angelina Love, though, I don't see any. Well, no, I'm not going to let her go. But Braxton Sutter can go. You'll live, Cherry Bomb. We'll go ahead and get rid of Gregory Homicide, not Gregory Helms. James Storm can go because he's got a lot of popularity, but he's just not a guy that I really want to push right now. Congo Kong, Lashley. And this probably does look bad on the surface, but there is a reason behind all of this. And if you stick around and watch, you'll find out why I'm draining the swamp. You bring up a good point. I should sign Donald Trump, but he's not in this database. And, if he's not in the database, I can't really sign him. Oh, ODB. Another one who's very good, but I'm going to have to release her for these purposes. We got Scott Steiner over here. Sanjay Dutt's a little old. Tyrus can go because he broke Edge's neck. And Wilcox. So we have dramatically. We'll get to Chuck Taylor. I don't know about the midget club. I'm not a big fan of the midgets. But do you guys notice how the average age of wrestlers is down a lot? We had, 20 people here? Now we only have 5. That's going to make this a lot easier. I don't like Scott Steiner either. So that's why I'm getting rid of him. So let's go to people who are 34 and under. And we have a lot of these people. I don't know who you are, which means that you're probably not very good. I don't really know who you are. Well, of course, we can't really sign people yet, but when we can sign people, I'll make sure to sign a lot of people. Do not worry. We're gonna make this program. I shouldn't get rid of you. We're gonna make this program good. Brooke Tessmacher, you're not very good. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Chris Adonis, I never liked you, so you're gone. Let's see, Diamante, I don't like people with periods at the end of their name. That's a pain to deal with. Falaba, you're 31. I know that my associates like you. I don't. I'm probably going to keep Garza Jr. this run through. We can get rid of Idris Abraham because there's not really much potential there. Let's get rid of KM. Let's get rid of Jesse Goddard, because I just don't really like him. Laredo Kid can stay. Laurel Van Ness can go, though. Madison Rain I like. Magnus, you're okay. Shira, Rocket, Seidel, Mayweather. I don't even know who you are, so go. Ortiz. If it doesn't say that you're subscribed, that's okay. We'll worry about that at a later point. But like, if you do subscribe, that would be pretty lit. So, if you're wondering why my voice is deeper and you see a female on the picture, that's because I'm trans. We can get into that a lot later because it's not something that I really overly try to publicize, but it's something that you do need to know. We just cut a bunch of people. Yeah, see, I don't like a lot of these people. I don't. You're getting a new name, Cody. I don't care what the WWE says. You're going back to Cody Rhodes. I like you as Cody Rhodes better anyway. Kingston, you're Eddie Kingston. Stop it. So yeah, that's a different list. It's a lot. Well, let me go ahead and do this. See, thank you. I appreciate that. My associates can sometimes be a little, how do I put this? I'm not saying they're insensitive, but they're not the nicest people in the world at times. I love them to pieces, but you know, sometimes I wish they were a little more sensitive about things. That being said, I understand that they are the way they are, and that's probably not going to change, so. That being said, I really do like a lot of Rybold stuff. He's very nice in person. You guys should definitely watch more of his stuff. So, color commentator, we have D'Angelo De Niro there. I don't even like D'Angelo De Niro, to tell you the truth. A referee, let's get rid of Brian Stifler. Sounds like a stiff. Thank you. I think this roster that I'm building is going to be something that a lot of people can relate to. I feel like it's going to be something that you guys will definitely enjoy as long as you give it a chance. I'm not saying that certain people weren't giving it a chance, but they kind of weren't. As far as this is concerned, you know, this is kind of my graduation present to myself. I'm going to start this YouTube channel and see what happens. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, but, you know, with you guys' help, you never know. So, alright, now it's time to sign some people. And we want to keep it to under 30-year-olds. Yeah, essentially, a lot of my people that I cut were people that were older. People that maybe they're TNA veterans, but they're not people I can really use at this point. Now, let's try and steal Adam Cole before someone else does. Aw. Oh, I forgot to set it to higher. That's my fault. Let's see. If I had developmental, I would sign this guy. He's very talented, I think, but he needs some time still. So, let's see. Yeah, a lot of these guys here these are under 30 guys. You're not going to see as much talent with them, but this chick right here, I want her to anchor my women's division. Io Shirai is a fantastic wrestler, and I think that when she eventually goes to the WWE, she's going to do very well for herself. So here's Kyle O'Reilly. Makes Davey Richards happy, and I really like Kyle O'Reilly. I think he's got a lot of potential if given the proper opportunities. Ricochet is here, obviously. We want him. And since I don't have to compete with like 5 other people, I have no problem like signing these guys to written deals. Like Ospreay, Zack Sabre, these are guys who I could do a lot with, but I don't want to work around their bookings if I can avoid it. Okay. Leo Rush. I like Leo Rush, but I'm going to kind of give him a little more time in the indies because while he's really good, I just don't see myself being able to use him properly right now. And that's my thing. I want to make sure I can use these guys. Davey Boy Smith Jr. I can use. I feel like a lot of the times, a lot of people sign guys they can't use, and yeah, there will be a fair share of people on the roster that don't necessarily get used properly at times. But I feel like the people that I sign will be used a lot fairer than most.
More fairly.
More fairly, thanks. By the way, if you hear that in my background, that's my girlfriend. She kind of likes to interrupt me at times.
Sorry. I just cannot stand your use of improper grammar in this sporting thing.
Play your game.
Sports and grammar must always go together.
Play your game. Alright, here's Mark Andrews, another fantastic young guy. I really think he's going to do better than he's been given so far. I think that if he ever goes into like the main roster of WWE, you could see him getting a cruiserweight title push, and I think that would be awesome. Hey Ray, you got your first hashtag. Hashtag grammar Nazi. Congratulations. As I signed Marty Squirrel, I think he's got a lot of potential too. He's been on ESPN a couple times, so that's something, if you're getting that kind of exposure, you've got a shot. Here's Nick Jackson, we want you, obviously. Pete Dunne, can I get you on a written deal? If I can, you're signed. Oh yeah, there's Pete Dunne. So shout out to whoever said, oh, Kaiju. Shout out to Kaiju for that. And yeah, I'm going to try to take a lot of what you guys have to say into consideration because I feel like that's something a lot of YouTubers don't do. I don't think that it's fair when people don't because I feel like you guys have just as much intelligence as the bookers. So, you know, if you guys have any ideas, just let me know. I'm going to hire Sami Callihan because I want a dark character. Now, why was Mark Andrews named that on Twitter? I guess I don't quite understand. I guess it's probably an inside joke, but it is what it is. Tyler Bates, probably not going to do much yet, but if we can go ahead and grab him, that might not be a bad idea. And I'm going to get Willie Mack, because someone suggested that I get Willie Mack, and I do like Willie Mack a lot, so. This guy I'm going to put on my short list. I really like his look. I think he could be something really big. So let's go up to 31 and up. This is where we're going to see a lot of the people. Well, let's go 31 to 40. I don't want to sign anybody over 40. Alex Shelley, he's really good. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Willie Mack, I really do like his potential, and I think that he's kind of underrated in this game. That's actually an idea to think about. I could definitely look into that. We could see if they have any chemistry and go from there. So we're going to get Shelley because he's really good in ring. Where's Bobby Fish? I want to grab him because we need tag teams. Even though he's 37, and honestly, I don't want him for too long. Because if we can get Kyle O'Reilly over on his own, that might be better. But if we can get O'Reilly and Fish over, that would probably be pretty good for the company. Here's Candice LeRae. Of course, if you don't know who Candice LeRae is, she's Johnny Gargano's hot wife. That's a thing. Oh, cheerleader Melissa's here. I really like her. I gotta think of a good name for her. I might just put her under a real name, Melissa Anderson, because she's really good. But I don't want to put her under La Mariposa or like cheerleader Melissa, because I don't really like either of those names, to tell you the truth.
La Mariposa means butterfly.
Yes.
I like that name. You should keep it.
I'll think about it. Here's Jay Briscoe. And of course, Jay Briscoe, probably the more talented Briscoe brother. I think they're pretty good wrestlers, so we'll see what happens with them. So let's grab Jay Lethal next. Hennigan might be a good signing for us. He's a little old, but he's great in the ring. Not perfect, but good enough for what we need him for. Let's grab Joey Ryan on a PPA. I want to see if he can get over in TNA, because if he can, we're going to definitely keep him. So, I want to get Omega. Although I don't know for the life of me why these guys would want to sign with me over a lot of the other places they could sign. If they do, whatever. That's their business. I don't know if you guys can see it, but on the right side of the screen, I have you guys' comments, so just feel free to comment whenever you see something that you want to comment on, and I'll get to you as soon as I can. Here's Mike Bennett, another good wrestler. I don't want to grab Maria, though. I don't really like Maria. I don't think that she'd have much use in my company. Oh, gosh. So, let's get Rocky Romero. And then there's one more person I want. And I'm sure that it doesn't take a genius to figure out who I'm going after, considering I just signed Romero, and I can't really figure out what he's under. Okay, let's try this. Southside? Who are you thinking of? Because, like, if you let me know, I can look into it, so. Oh, it's Greg Marisquillo. Yeah. Yeah, Trent. That guy. I want to go ahead and grab Trent because I think he's a very good wrestler, and I think he's got a lot of talent, and I think the WWE made a mistake, so there's a lot of things that could really be taken into consideration with that. I also want to sign a couple people for my women's division, and they'll look very familiar to you. Nixon Newell and B. Priestley both have a lot of talent. Oh, I can't get B. Priestley. No. I'm shortlisting her, so. And then what's your behavior like? Oh, you're not a negative influence. Let's sign Simon Grimm. Why not? Oh, Alex Gracie? I don't know. Is that like pronounced differently? I'm not as familiar with WCPW, although I've done some looking into it. Oh, I can't sign him. He's too British, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, oh wow, there's my Skype. Honestly, there's a lot of people here who will probably, I don't think I'm done cutting people by any means, is where I'm going with this. So let's move on a day and see what happens. Of course, we have 3 days until my first show. And if I can figure out how to rename this company, I will definitely do it because it's kind of necessary. Joseph Connors is very good. I should definitely see if he's hireable in America. So that's the thing. Yeah, Joseph Connors just sort of has the look of someone who has some charisma, and I definitely want to watch more of his stuff, so that's a thing. I'm also going to look into trying to expand my audience, so I'm going over to this TEW group we found, and I'm going to post my stream in here. Oh, let's see. We have rival bids, but they're all HOH bids, and I'm not really worried about them. So let's move on another day, and then we'll start doing things. That's actually kind of lit, I'm not gonna lie. Anthony, I know I can go in and edit the data, but I don't know. Something doesn't feel quite right about that. And it's kind of bad because I really like to go for a more modern-based booking, but TNA doesn't do that, and there's a lot with that. Cole Cabana, I don't know what it is about him, but I look at him and I don't really see a star, which is fine, but I feel like there's something I'm missing with him. Alright, we have signings, but before that, let's go ahead and look up Joseph Connors before I forget again. And we can't sign him. That's okay. Let's go into the product really quickly and move it up to 9060. so that we have more matches that way. And we have several signings. That is beautiful. Io Shirai, Kyle O'Reilly. We have Phoenix, who I'm going to change the name of in a sec. Willie Mack. Bobby Fish. Yeah, we're going to leave you as a face. Cheerleader Melissa, also known as Melissa Anderson, hopefully soon. Rocky Romero's here. Trent is here. We have Nixon Noel. And we have Simon Grimm, who was begging for a shot somewhere, honestly. Oh, Allie, you need to calm down. Here, take some of my money. There you go. So we started out with $500,000. So don't let the money situation fool you. We're not doomed yet. So let's go ahead and make you Beretta. Actually, let's make you Trent Beretta. Take a little shot at the WWE. Cheerleader Melissa. Let's go with Melissa Anderson. Yeah, so far this roster is starting to look a lot better. I like it. We have one day until the next episode of Impact. And before we do that, I want to see if we can go in here. I don't know how we change the name. Actually, that would probably be really good for Simon. I think that he's got a lot of potential, but kind of got... How do I put this? I'm not saying he got screwed over, but that whole situation was a cluster. And obviously, we don't know that for sure. So we can't actually necessarily speculate as much as we might want to. Kaiju, actually. If at some point you want to, I would definitely be willing to do a brand split with you. You would have to get on my Skype and everything, but, like, I'm willing. If, you know, you don't, like, crucify me for being trans, you know. That's kind of my only thing. If you are willing to respect me, I'm willing to respect you. I feel like that's a good way to be. Just, I can definitely link my Skype in the chat at some point. You just have to let me finish up with this stream and then I can send it to you. Oh, that's lit. Like, trans people get a bad name in America especially because there's a large proportion of American people, especially in the Bible Belt, who believe that trans people are basically these mentally diseased people. And it's kind of, it's very upsetting. Yeah, go ahead and PM me, Kaiju, and then we can go from there. Yeah, it's very upsetting because I'm just trying to be myself here. Like, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Just like, if someone identifies as gender fluid or something, you know, that's them. That's their business. Like, who are we to tell them, hey, you can't be this. Hey, you can't be that. That's wrong, in my opinion. But enough of my liberalism, because, yeah, I don't want to scare any of you away, so... let's go ahead and retire that, because the Grand Championship is stupid. Let's change this back to the TNA Knockouts Championship. Change this to the TNA World Heavyweight. See, and that's how I feel, Tilly. I feel like that's a good way to be. People are going to be who they want to be, just like... I don't know. How do I put this? There are biological things that back both sides of the debates. Oh, that's not good. No, I have no clue how to PM on YouTube. That's not good. I could definitely, though, I could post my Skype in here. I don't really care. Like, what are you guys gonna do? Like, seriously. There's my email if anybody wants. No, the Grand Championship really doesn't make much sense at all. So, I don't know, I'm not a big fan. Let's look at retired stuff really quickly. Really? That there's no TNA television title? I want to say the King of the Mountain used to be the TV title, but honestly, I'm just too lazy to fix it, so. Actually, really? Do I not, like, what in the world? Remind me sometime, whoever's like subscribed to me or is adding me on Skype, remind me to put some more pictures in here, because like, this needs more pictures. Alright, so let's advance a day. Tomorrow night should be our first thing. Alright, awesome, that sounds lit. I'll definitely be in contact with you after this stream, but I want to try and keep the stream on topic, because I'm sure you guys came here to watch some TEW and not watch me sit on Skype and add people. You know, that'd probably get a little boring. And we have more signings. That's pretty lit. We have Will Ospreay. Yeah, that's my biggest issue with Fleisch. I mean, Fleisch is a fantastic mod maker, just one of the best in the business. But Fleisch's picture packs leave a lot to be desired. Personally, that's why I like T-Zone's mods, but T-Zone has been a little flaky as of late, but I think T-Zone's dealing with a lot of stuff, so I don't know. That's not for me to speculate on. That makes a lot of sense. Or, you know, even if the grand title was, are they still doing that thing with the, are they still doing that thing where there's the round thing? Because I don't like the round thing at all. Oh, people are getting fired. That's lit. So yeah, if you guys subscribe and you want to see more of this saved, by the way, just let me know. I mean, it's not gonna matter for a while, but oh, the Hardys are, well, whatever. I'm gonna shortlist everybody here. All right. So we have Joey Ryan for a PPA deal. That should be fun. And so it begins. One moment while it loads. All right, and so it begins. New Mexico McGee Park Memorial Coliseum. That sounds pretty awesome. Let's see if we can make DJ Z and Bram like each other. Why not? Eddie Kingston is our only negative influence. That's okay, we can deal with that. Alright, now to open Impact. The first thing we should do is go here and auto push and see where that puts everybody. Let's go with a freestyle angle and let's see who main eventers are. We have 3 main eventers now. Oh joy. That's okay. So let's go El Patron, Davey Richards, and EC3 all on the mic because I'm going to make this realistic. This would be a realistic opening segment, I think. El Patron wants to work without a script. I don't like putting Davey Richards without a script, but we'll have to do it. So, to open up, let's go Simon Grimm and Eddie Kingston in a tag team. Against, let's try Conley and O'Reilly as a tag team. This is what I call making tag teams. You get some really weird tag teams out of it, but sometimes you get excellent chemistry between them, and you just want to continue them. Plus, it's a good way to debut people. Like, this would be a good example of, like, a showcase match for Kyle O'Reilly and Simon Grimm. So, let's start with that. Then we'll get a taunt, and let's see what we have for upper mids. We have Seidel and Bram and Magnus and Moose. So let's have... Do we have heels? Bram and Magnus are heels. So let's have Magnus taunt Moose. Simon Crotch. I could get behind that. I really could. I don't know. We might try that out. Simon Crotch and Joey Ryan are a tag team. That's how it's gonna work. Joey Ryan is gonna get an enhancement match against Laredo Kid. Honestly, I feel bad about it, but Joey Ryan, we need to see what Joey Ryan can do. So let's try and see if we can make Joey Ryan look good. Then, let's do a 5-minute challenge. And Bram's gonna be like, hey, I could beat this guy in 5 minutes. And this is where, let me find somebody for Bram to face. Bram and Moose is a team, do you mean? Or Bram versus Moose? Because that could be interesting. Actually, let's go Matt. Alright. Let's go Matt Seidel challenges Desmond Xavier. Because I want to see what Desmond Xavier is capable of. And the shows will get better as I have more talent, but right now we're a little bit limited right now, so. Matt Seidel will win by, let's go by DQ. Because we want Desmond Xavier to look good, but I could see Desmond Xavier being like, hey, you know, screw Matt Seidel. I'm going to hit you with the chair. And then after the match, let's go with his standard attack and save. Matt Seidel is going to be beaten up by Desmond Xavier when... Matt Seidel wins by... I like that. I like that. That's good. Matt Seidel can be saved by... I don't know. There's not many faces on this roster. Let's just say Garza Jr. for the sake of somebody needs to save him. I don't know. It'll be, like I said, there's no faces on this roster. It's pretty... Look at this. Oh, I guess it's even now that I booked all the heels. Let's get an X Division match in. Let's go Andrew Everett versus Trevor Lee and see where that goes. And do we have champions? Oh, that's vacant? Perfect. We'll have a title match here. And let's get Trevor Lee the victory. And then after the match, Trevor Lee is going to be celebrating when Andrew Everett attacks him. And this is going to be our first real feud. And we're going to put this under a storyline. I feel like Everett versus Lee could be something that we work with. I know it's probably been done at this point, but I feel like it's something that we could do to get them both over and kind of get the popularity of the X Division over. So, you know, you never know what'll happen with that. Then let's try another one, a tag team match. Sorry guys, can you tell I'm a little nervous about this? This is something, you know, I've tried to do this streaming before, but I'm not very good at it. I will probably stream for a while because my girlfriend's leaving the house in a little bit and I need something to do while she's gone. So I'll stream as long as you guys, I could probably do a good 2 hours, maybe 3. And I'll probably go as long as you guys want me to. So as long as there's interest, I'll continue. Trevor Lee and Trent Seven in a dance-off. Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Do you even know who they are?
No, but a dance-off in a wrestling match seems great.
Thanks, guys. See what you did? No, it's okay. Moose is gonna cut a promo on, not on Bram. Moose will cut a promo on Magnus. Alex writes. TNA, Moose versus Magnus. This will be our next storyline. And we're not going to build this, well, we're going to build this matchup, but we're not going to do it yet. Also, Moose, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know how well you guys follow football or anything, like the NFL. But Moose used to play in the NFL, so that's pretty cool. Fun fact. Here's Christina Von Eerie, and we're going to give her a little exhibition match against Rachel Ellering. Man, Rachel Ellering looks a lot different from her dad. Anyway, Von Eerie's going over, and I think this one I'm going to have a tainted win. Hopefully it says that she's the chair or something. That'd be pretty lit. Let's go ahead and hype a singles wrestler. Let's hype Del Rio. You know what, Tilly? Remind me of that when we get to a pay-per-view, because that's not a bad idea. And actually, if Bram helps Moose win, that would kind of cause Moose to turn, or it would cause a lot of things, honestly. Because Bram is a heel, Moose is a face, Magnus is a heel. So it'd be difficult, but we could try it. I'm very interested to see how that works. Let's go ahead and because not in the my main eventers are Patron, Richards, and EC3, and I'm trying to avoid booking them because, well, I guess I'm gonna have to book someone. So I guess let's go Moose against Davey Richards. And I guess let's go Davey Richards in the win. But let me kind of do a distraction finish. Moose gets distracted by Bram. Moose. This is a PG stream, ma'am. No, I
very quietly.
I don't know. It's fine. So Moose is going to be distracted by Bram because Moose is confused. Why is Bram here? What's going on here? And then that's not a bad idea, actually, Anthony. I will definitely consider that. Let's go Bram acting, Moose overness, and let's have Bram randomly gives Moose a hug. I don't know, it seems like something that TNA would cook. Well, whatever. Our main event's a little bit less. Oh, that's... Damn. Remind me to go through my TV contracts after this. El Patron's not wrestling tonight. Let's go EC3 against Magnus for the main event. Let's go 17 minutes. That way we use all our time up. Actually, let's make that a storytelling match if we can. And EC3 needs to win. And let's protect Magnus by... Magnus gets interfered with by Moose. And then Moose gets a couple different storylines, and that makes a lot of sense. I don't want to end the storyline. Let's add Bram to the storyline. There we go. And after the match, EC3 celebrating when he gets blindsided by Alberto El Patron. And then that allows us to create a new storyline. So, don't put that in the description. And that will about do it for this week's Impact. I don't expect a great rating. I'd say this is probably around a 57, 58. I don't think it's great. But we begin the night by EC3, Davey, and Alberto just kind of hanging out, you know. They're kind of dissing on each other, things like that. Simon Grimm and Eddie Kingston defeat Conley and O'Reilly. No good pairings there, and that's kind of unfortunate, but I don't like how Caleb Conley only got a 30. They're all mid-carders. He kind of did the worst. Magnus taunts Moose. Joey Ryan defeats Laredo Kid, and I like that Joey Ryan performed decently. Not great, but decently. Matt Seidel does an open challenge, and Matt Seidel can't really talk as it stands. Desmond definitely dragged the segment down. Matt Seidel and Desmond Xavier have great chemistry. That's pretty interesting. Seidel gets beaten up by Desmond Xavier. Garza saves him, I guess. I don't really know why I did this. It happens. Trevor Lee defeats Andrew Everett, and that starts this storyline. Trevor Lee gets attacked by Andrew Everett, and I didn't expect that to be a great rating, but I expected a little better. No tag teams here, but Eli Drake and Marshall Rocket defeat Mahabali and Garza. Moose taunts Magnus. Moose talked really well. That was interesting. Oh, I guess Brandy Rhodes is the reason that happened. Christy Vonnier defeats Rachel Ellering. That was pretty crappy. El Patron there's a video for him, I guess. Moose loses to Davey Richards, and Moose is injured. Beautiful. And Davey Richards botched. Also beautiful. Just what we needed, guys. Bram comes and gives Moose a hug to try and, I guess, help him. I don't really know. And our main event, EC3 beats Magnus, and Alberto beats up EC3. So 58, it was kind of what I expected. We'll do better once we have more people to work with. So how do you guys think the first episode went? I mean, do you like it? If it's bad, tell me, you know. It's... Alright, so we have hirings, hopefully. Alright, Anthony, take care and come back if you'd like later. I'll be here. Otherwise, you can watch it on demand. You know the drill. So let's sign Adam Cole, Zack Sabre. Thanks, Kaiju. I really appreciate that. I'm doing everything I can here to try and make a good show. And if nothing else, I really genuinely hope you guys actually like this. So, Moose is injured. We have unhappy people, and we're gonna go into the broadcasting because I'm not dealing with that again. You have low risk levels, and so I'm canceling that. That's fine, Kaiju, I understand. Just feel free to stay as long as you like, and as long as there's someone watching, I'll keep streaming, so. Right now I have 4 viewers, and I actually don't have any dislikes. That's pretty cool. I did not actually expect that. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, by the way, and I'm probably going to keep doing this for a little while, so I wouldn't worry too much. Nuvolari, I get that it's Italy, that's cool, but screw this. I do not want to be anywhere with low risk levels. And I think we're good as far as that goes. I could see that, Tilly. That's kind of where I'm going with this. Davey Richards is mad he caused an injury. Well, Davey Richards, you shouldn't cripple people. Uninteresting YouTube commenter. I feel like I know you. Yes, so that's a thing that I've done before. It can cause a lot of really interesting things to happen. I'm not going to do it in this stream because, honestly, I'm trying to do a serious TNA save, which is really, it's different for me. It's a first. And let's move forward. So, our first show was a mild success. Not great, but it did its job. Mike Nux could be someone we sign later on down the line. But right now, I think that the biggest thing that I need to do in this stream and in this show is I need to push as many people as I can. And we're getting a lot of signings. Ricochet, that's going to be a really good signing for us. John Hennigan, another guy that could really help us going forward. We've got these last 7 people, and then we're good as far as that goes. Actually, we're going to make it 8. Because I'm a big proponent of tag team wrestling to get people over. So let's make sure we get Dave Finlay Jr. He's actually getting really over in Japan, so that's pretty cool. But in America, he'll probably start out as an enhancement talent. Kaiju, actually, I do plan to push Andrew Everett and Trevor Lee both, so if I can get them both pushed, that would be really good. Tilly, yes, that's who that is. If you watched 2008 ECW, Mike Knox was actually there, and he had a really dominant streak going. So that was fun. I don't know, I watched WWE during its worst periods of time, so I can kind of tolerate the stuff they're putting out now. Kinda. So here's our next 7 signings, and that should be good. Motor City Machine Guns, I want to bring them in as a heel team. Because Alex Shelley honestly cannot play a face to save his life. WWE ECW was pretty bad. It really was. You couldn't pay me enough to go back and watch that for fun. Mike Bennett. Yeah, that's fine.
This is how.
And we have Sammy Callahan leaving that company, EC3 leaving that, or joining that company, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and sign EC3 to a written deal so that we don't have to mess with that. I do not like booking around people. So we have Swagger and Bennett already here, so that's gonna be really good. Do we have Mark Briscoe? We do not have Mark Briscoe. I want to sign Mark Briscoe. I want both the Briscoes because I'm going to use them in the tag team division. And if we have the best tag team division in professional wrestling, we'll be able to attract tag teams when their deals come up. So that's kind of one of my goals. Tag team wrestling is just so big when you're looking into building stars. I mean, Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, even if they didn't become big WWE stars. Jeff Hardy, Broken Matt. You know, these are all guys that came through a tag team division. And you want that. And Dave Finlay Jr. signs with us, so we're going to have him paired with Ricochet. I think going back to WWE CW, I think that a lot of the reason things kind of went south for them, and this is controversial, but Chris Benoit's passing did not do them any favors. But yeah, I think that you're onto something with that feud. And I think that if I go back, like, I don't think that there are any good 2007 mods out, and if there are, please link them to me. But if I ever find a good 2007 mod, I'd be very open to exploring that time period. So as we move on, we have a few things going on, but nothing major. And now you can see my Skype going off. I'm not actually going to join that while I stream, but Rybold is actually in that call, so that's pretty cool. You know I'm not as good as Rybold is, but I really genuinely hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Oh, don't make me choose Kaiju. They're both terrible. Honestly, ECW 0809 was pretty terrible, but I'd rather have it. Oh, we just got a lot of people. That's pretty lit. Hey, don't get me stricken for copyright infringement. Oh, we have a bunch of people here. That is great news. You will see a lot better booking now. WCW 2000-2001 had a lot of good wrestlers though. So yeah, you could really go either way on it. I don't know. WCW 2000-2001 though. The biggest image I have from that is the bloodbath. That was terrible. It didn't even look like real blood, you know? Alright, so we're broke. We are at $48,000. This is not good news. Let's go Sunday, week 4, and activate this.
What?
All right. Moving forward, we move into June, I want to say. As you can hear in the background, my girlfriend is preparing to take off to work. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I guess. You're a character on my channel now. You're a character. How's that make you feel?
Okay.
So I want to go ahead and get all these pay-per-views active because this is going to be my main source of income for a while. In-game. Plus, I like the monthly pay-per-view concept. I think it was pretty good, but you know, I'm not going to go through and change all the names. That's a lot of work. So we have week 4 of May, week 4 of June, week 4 of July, and week 4 of August. We'll edit more of this stuff later. I do not remember that, but if you link me to that, I will look at that later. So, let's see. Workers, I think a lot of that expenditure, and, well, the miscellaneous is what got me this month. I think I should be able to survive going forward.
Is there anything else I need? Drink of your pop.
Drink my pop then. So we're trying the Mountain Dew USA. They did a good job. PepsiCo.
It tastes like fizzy Skittles, in my opinion.
But we probably shouldn't go and, like, throw a product placement in here, you know. Alright, Davey Richards passes tips on psychology to Kyle O'Reilly. Okay.
Bye.
I do remember that.
Oh, look. Mia.
What?
Look at this. Look how the confetti all over the floor out here.
Lit. I guess my, across the apartment people were doing confetti and getting high. I don't know. Anyway, who should we medal with? In fact, you know what? For this first medal session, Tilly, you get first shot. Who should we have medal? And Tilly, once you give me people, we will have them medal. But I want your opinion on this. We have a lot of people to choose from, as you can see. Adam Cole. Oh, Adam Cole isn't here yet. We can't do Adam Cole. One moment, guys.
I was calling you to let me into the apartment. I forgot my keys.
Okay, get your keys, please. I'll be back in a sec, guys. I gotta put my phone back on the charger.
Where are my keys?
I don't know where your keys are. Just take mine.
But I need my bike.
Oh, well, here. Actually, I've got a solution for that, too.
What? Edge clippers?
The backup key?
We should attach this to your keys.
Well, first, we should find my keys. It's fine. Just call me when you're home, and I'll let you in.
What if my phone is dead?
Al Snow and who? Tilly?
Alright, bye. Again.
Love you.
Love you.
Have fun.
Fun.
Alright, guys. Try this again. Sorry about that. Hopefully you guys weren't totally turned off by that. Al Snow needs a friend. You know what? That didn't work. Hey, we tried. Right, Tilly? We tried. Alright, let's move on. I assume that's a link to the tiger thing? I don't care. One way or the other. I will check that out soon. Oh, it's a song. That's lit. Alright, so now we have new main eventers. This could get interesting. So let's continue with Alberto and El Patron and EC3. We want to give them some mic time. And that will keep this storyline moving. And you know what? It's a minor success either way, so. Let's open up in the mid-card, which actually looks a lot better now. Marty Scurll has already had a lot of American exposure. So let's put him over Caleb Conley, because I really don't like Caleb Conley at all, to tell you the truth. I really would rather cut him, but he's kind of an enhancement talent for me right now, so. But let's go ahead and keep putting Marty Scurll over, because he could be something big here in America if we let him. Plus, we have a fair British audience. I don't know if that really counts for anything, but Magnus is going to go ahead and cut a promo. Where's Moose? Oh, Moose is a mid-carder. No? Oh yeah, Moose is crippled. He can't be in storylines. Great. Bram gives Moose a hug. Magnus is... Okay, I know how we work around this. Magnus is going to call out Bram. He's going to be like, "What are you doing, dude? What about the bro code?" Or something crazy. Oh, sorry. It has to be British. "What about the bro code?" I don't know. I tried. Then let's have Mandrews against Trevor Lee. We want to go ahead and continue exposing the X Division. Trevor Lee's going to go ahead and get the win. But it's going to be a DQ finish because of interference against Trevor Lee by Andrew Everett. And you know what? We'll make this a title defense too. And then after the match, Trevor Lee is going to be attacked by Andrew Everett. And this way we keep the fire going between these two. We want these two to attack each other. We want the storyline to get further. Then we could get a little one-on-one action. Let's give two of our young X Division talents a chance. Phoenix and Ospreay. We're going to give him 10 minutes. And I'm not even going to set a winner. But we're going to have it be a high spots match. Oh, all out, open. I don't know if it's actually going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. Then we've covered one storyline. Let's cover... Well, actually, we've covered all three storylines. So let's go to our main eventers. Jack Swagger... Oh, who's face and who's heel? Patron and Carter. Patron is if... Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Okay. Let's have Swagger cut a promo on Davey Richards, and I know what I'm going to do as far as that's concerned. Let's turn Swagger face, I guess. I don't like Swagger's face, but it'll work for now. So, we will try and do a feud between those two, but before that, let's give Sami Callihan a debut match. Let's put him against Matt Sydal. And you know, I like Matt Sydal as a wrestler, but you guys are right. He is kind of a druggie. So let's go ahead and give Callihan a win over Sydal. And plus, that makes Callihan look better. And let's have Sami beat up Matt Sydal, only to be saved by... We'll get to that, because I do have an idea for that. Let's have him saved by Willie Mack. That might not work, but we're going to try it. So, Willie Mack versus Sami Callihan. This should be fun. And then, let's get another tag team match. Let's try one of my less than famous tag team makers. Let's put Bate and Dunn in a tag team. I know one's face and one's heel. You know what? Actually, let's fix that. Pete Dunne is not a great face, but is Tyler Bate a great face? No, he could be heel. There we go. And let's give him an old school heel gimmick. And now we can do the British team. And let's hope this doesn't blow up in my face, guys. That's clever, that's clever. I would. I just don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. It's a possibility. But if we did masturbate, we'd have to team with Joey Ryan. That might get a little awkward. Let's see. Do we have another face here? Screw it. Garza and Shearer can team. Yeah, this is going to be one of my try and make a team things. And Tyler Bate wins. We want this team, if they actually work, to get over fast. Because we do have a very strong British fan base. It's just a fact. Then let's have Davey Richards taunt Jack Swagger. Right back. And you know what? Let's make this a storyline. And that gets us this storyline where we can get Swagger over this way. Ooh, tell us the story, Tilly. I'm curious. I mean, it makes sense. It's homicide. But I'm curious. Alright, also, while we're at it, let's go ahead and have another tag team match. Did I only hire one young buck? Anyway, let's have the Death Crew Council. I wish I had like a little emoji for that. Like one of those, oh, I'm covering my face because I'm an idiot emojis. Actually, you know what? Let's have our women's match. Let's go Candice LeRae and Io Shirai. Do we have any heels? Yeah. Let's go. Let's have them against Angelina Love and Sienna. You know, if we actually get enough good females, I might consider a women's tag title. That I think would be very interesting. And then Candice LeRae will get beaten up by Rosemary, which sets up LeRae and Rosemary. So, guys, who was gonna tell me that I forgot to sign the other Young Buck? I'm kind of mad. I'm sure it made for some entertaining television, though. Or, in this case, streaming. And now let's get a ladder match. And this is where Jack Swagger debuts against Magnus. And let's have Jack Swagger go over in a storytelling match. Open, slow build. Protect Magnus again. I've got to give Magnus a win next week. The only reason Magnus is going to lose is going to be because of Bram. And we're going to have this be for the television title. Where is Bram? Oh. Well, that's not very good. Joseph Connors, I would have brought him in. I would have brought Connors in, but he wasn't able to be brought in because he's British, and I don't want to, like, edit the data. Gotta be realistic. But what I can do is I can have Jack Swagger get beat up again, because we the people. Alright, Davey's gonna attack Swagger. Did I fire Dutch? Oh, I didn't fire Dutch. I thought things through. I thought things through, guys. Yes! Lit! Alright, let's roll. So, to open up, not a terrible opening segment. Oh my. Marty Scurll defeats Conley in a really good match for Scurll. That's messed up. I gotta be honest. Magnus taunts Bram. Mark Andrews gets a DQ loss. Mandrews and Trevor Lee have great chemistry, so this is going to be something to go back to. Everett attacks Trevor Lee. Ospreay versus Phoenix actually worked decently, so... But Phoenix tired towards the end? That's a little weird. Swagger defeats taunts Davey Richards, and that was really good. Callahan defeats Seidel. Willie Mack saves Seidel from Callahan's wrath. Ah, no, Tyler Bate, you're not a good heel? How? How? Okay then. Davey Richards taunts Jack Swagger. LeRae and Shirai can't work as a team. Alright, Kaiju, just, you know, be sure to come back if you'd like. You know where I am. Then Swagger defeats Magnus in a ladder match, and that wasn't better, and I'm kind of surprised. And that was a worse show than last week. Weird. Well, sometimes it happens. You can't really do anything about that. And next week, we're just going to make a better show. We good? Plus, next week I get Adam Cole, baby! Bait and Grim? I'll try it, Tilly. Alright, so I've got you written now. Briscoe, welcome to the club, I guess. Al Snow is retiring. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, Al Snow's in for another year. Lit! Mahabali Shira isn't charismatic, but Tyler Bates a star. So let's push Tyler Bates, shall we? Also, let's get the other young buck, because that might be important in the future. Yeah. So, who did we hire a PPA deal to? Sorry guys, I'm getting a little old. You can probably tell. Yep, there we go. And Adam Cole's an upper mid-carder. That is phenomenal. Okay, now we got some people. Now we can start cooking. Like, if this next show isn't good, then you can start questioning me. By the way, again, to anyone who's watching right now, thank you for watching. I know that maybe I'm not the best at this whole streaming thing yet, but I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. And hopefully you're enjoying this because, you know, I'm trying. I have YouTube comments on the side so that you guys can see what's going on. And so that I can read what's going on because I want to make sure that I communicate with you guys. I feel like that's very important. And I can't see that, so I'm just going to close that. This is Pixelmon, more Pixelmon, TNA pay-per-view list, and now we have this. Okay, we have items awaiting my attention. That's lit. We have more people here. Oh, but I fired Chris Masters. I can't bring him back now. Alright, we have 3 days. And look at this. Our money jumped. I know what I'm doing. I know how to make money. I'm a professional. So I think what we'll do is I'll keep the stream going until the pay-per-view. And then after the pay-per-view, we'll probably call this episode good. But we will definitely be continuing this. I'm not going to hire anyone else because there are just too many people here right now. And it's going to cause some issues. Ooh, Mark Briscoe is on the rise. Matt Jackson, let's go ahead and get you written. Auto push. Now, before we do anything else, I want to make sure to get tag teams taken care of. Because there are a lot of really good tag teams, and I will forget to make them. So there's Red Dragon. Let's get... Let's get Dave Finlay Jr. Ricochet. Because I know they're a good tag team from their time in NJPW. Let's get Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero. Let's go inactive units. Bring you back as a unit. Bring this back. We're going to have good tag team wrestling here, and that's actually one of the things that I'm most excited about. I feel like Impact was so much better when it had the tag team division to stand out, and so that's something that I'm going to emphasize within this series, and obviously this is only the first episode. We've got a long ways to go. So, as we're only a couple days away from Impact, I hope you guys are ready for this next episode. The storyline's actually getting pretty fun to write, I gotta be honest, with Bram, Moose, and Magnus a really good idea suggested in the chat. I can't lie. And the box kit WWE Raw. That's pretty cool. PWG signs Marty the Moth. He's someone I want to look into. I really like him as a wrestler. And I'm not just being a mark. Blah, blah, blah. Speaking of marks, I signed Mark Briscoe. Yeah. See what I did there? Yeah, I'm lame. It's a thing. Now we have the Briscoes. And we have Impact tonight. You guys ready for this? Can I get some hashtag hype in the chat? We're going to Vermont. Alberto caused problems. Really? Alberto, don't cause problems. Simon, don't cause problems. What? Whoa. That's pretty lit. Adam Cole needed that. Alright, and for our relationship, let's go Adam Cole and Eddie Edwards. And nothing. That's okay. You know what, El Patron? You're lucky to have a job. Don't get lippy with me. Alright, let's see. So we're going to open up. We're about to start TNA Week 3, Kaiju. I hope you're excited about this, because we need some hashtag hype in the chat. And I need that. I need that hype. I need to show myself and everyone else how awesome this channel is. So give me some hashtag hype. So let's go EC3 and Alberto El Patron. And then... oh no, Matt Jackson, why you not here? He's working elsewhere. Of course he is! Okay, so we'll wait a week for that, I guess. Actually, we could have that happen at the pay-per-view. So let's have El Patron and not Davey Richards, Ethan Carter III. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas as to what you want to see on the match card, put them in the chat, because this is your time to speak. This is where you guys can basically say, hey, you know, this is what I want to see, and I'll consider throwing it in there because, you know, I want to be very receptive. I want to be receptive to the fans as I trip over my words 70 times. Let's go ahead and put Simon Grimm in a singles match. He was good. He improved his behavior, so he can have a match against, I don't know, do we have any good faces that I can... Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly. And Kyle O'Reilly, we can recover his popularity. Simon Grimm, I want to see if we can push you. And then we're going to get hype for... let's get some hype for John Hennigan. Who, by the way, I really need to change the name of. John Morrison, there we go. And that's going to be a thing. So then we're going to have a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. Now I don't know who the tag champs are. I don't want to know who the tag champ... well, no, I should probably check. Oh, Vacant's the tag champs. Lit. So we're going to have the Motor City Machine Guns cashing in their rematch clause. So they're already in the next tag team title match. Let's have Roppongi Vice, Dave Finlay Jr. and Ricochet, Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid, and the Death Crew Council all fight for a tag team shot. Actually, let's not even make that for the tag titles. And we're going to have Rocky Romero go over with the win. If everybody else will allow it. And they will. Lit. And then Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta are going to be... no, they're just going to be sitting when Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin are going to attack. Golden Lovers, remind me. I will legitimately go find them. Just so I can go sign them. I mean, I have Kenny Omega already. All I need to do is find Coda. Or, alternatively, I could do my storyline with the club that I'm probably going to do anyway, to be honest. So, then let's get a mid-card match going, and let's have Eli Drake in a match. I really don't know what to do with him. I like him a lot. Young Bucks Briscoes, we might be able to do that. Bram Magnus, we can definitely get that built. Del Rio EC3 Davey, I can do that, definitely. Adam Cole, Eddie Edwards, Eddie's crippled still. Morrison Skrull, that's doable. And Everett, Trevor Lee, we can do. So, you're going to get some of your wishes this pay-per-view, but you're going to have to keep watching the series for a lot of your other wishes. Trust me when I say this is going to be lit. So Eli Drake's going to beat up on Seidel because Seidel is literally just a glorified jobber at this point. We're going to keep this feud between Jack Swagger and Davey Richards going. Let's get a one-on-one match, and let's do this women's match now. Let's do Candice LeRae against... We need a heel. Who do we have for heels? Don't want to use you. Let's go Angelina Love. And Candice LeRae can go over. You know, do we even have Cody? Is he even showing up? Yeah, Cody's working elsewhere. We need to fix that. Yeah, Cody should only be working here. You know, he's kind of one of our main people. Anyway, after the match, Candice LeRae is going to be celebrating when she's going to get attacked by Rosemary. That vile, evil woman. I told you guys that you just needed to stay tuned. I knew what I was doing. Let's go Mandrews and Ospreay against Trevor Lee and Tyler Bates. No. Let's go Mandrews and Everett in a tag team, actually. Let's have Andrew Everett win. Oh, actually, no. Let's do a draw instead. We're going to make this our storytelling match. We're going to do a draw, open, all-out match. This is going to be a sports entertainment finish. And after the match, we're just going to get a straight-up backstage brawl between Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett. And that will continue to further this feud because I want this feud to matter. This is going to be the fun feud. And then we're going to get a Fatal 4-Way match. Who's our world champ right now? Okay, so... we're going to get a Fatal 4-Way match. And actually, this is just going to be for fun, I guess. Let's go Davey Boy, Zack Sabre, Jay Lethal, and Jay Briscoe in a Fatal 4-Way match. And the winner gets future TV championship shot. Shadows of Evil? Actually, I really like that name. Let's have Jay Lethal go over in this match. And we're going to protect Zack Sabre Jr. because Zack Sabre is my Kurt Angle. What I mean by that is Zack Sabre isn't nearly as entertaining. Don't get me wrong. But Zack Sabre is as good of a wrestler as Kurt Angle, I would argue. And then after that, our main event will be a one-on-one match. And let's debut John Morrison tonight against Jack Swagger. And Morrison is going to win. We're going to protect Swagger because we don't want him to... We don't want Swagger to get damaged by a loss here. And let's make it for the World Television title. Why not? And then after the match, Jack Swagger is going to get attacked by Davey Richards. And let me go back in and indicate that Davey Richards is the reason that Jack Swagger lost. And let's run it. This should be better. That could have been better. Grimm defeats Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly is clearly the superior in-ring worker. Morrison video. This was actually really good for a tag team match. That means Roppongi Vice will be facing the Motor City Machine Guns, as of course it doesn't take a genius to figure out. Eli Drake defeats Seidel in a good match. Swagger taunts Richards. Candice LeRae defeats Angelina Love. Rosemary attacks. Manders and Everett were not a good team, but that's okay. Lethal defeats everyone else in an actually decent match. And our main event. Look at this match. Our best match yet to date on this program. A 59. We will take it for what it is. And if we lose TV deals because of it, whatever. We're trying to build stars here. And let's see what happens. Dave Finley can't sell, I guess. Davey Jr.? Yeah, Davey Jr. I believe is from Canada. I want to say he's the son of Davey Boy Smith, obviously because of the junior, but I'm not 300% sure on that. Don't quote me on that. Let's see. So, chemistry. No good tag team chemistry yet, so that's okay. You had an ACL tear. You'll be back in 19 days. I cannot wait. Moose is dead, so we can't do that match at the pay-per-view. That's kind of disappointing. But granted that my people who I have on paper appearances, which by the way, let's go to PPA deals. Okay, that makes sense. I wanted to make sure. I didn't want to misquote anybody. ADR, go to hell. We're going to do something different with that. We're going to negotiate with Everett. I'm not dealing with this, oh, we're off on some other show crap anymore. And Trevor Lee, we don't want to lose. So yeah, releasing ADR kind of makes that storyline awkward. Luckily, we can fix this. We can actually have face versus heel, which is probably part of the reason we were having such issues. Oh, that could be a problem. That's rough. Let's see. We need main event heels. There we go. You know what? Cody Rhodes is going to be involved in the main event. We're going to go Cody versus EC3 and try this again. And now we have face versus heel. See, guys? It all works out. Yeah, we did lose a bit of our build, but we'll be fine. If you guys trust me on this, draining the swamp of TNA's bull crap will work. Let's see. Matt Jackson, welcome to a written contract. Now I don't have to get rid of you anymore. By the way, our next show will be week 4, which means that we have 2 shows left. The pay-per-view and the weekly before the end of the stream. So I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you guys, hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, you're going to want to, because there's much more content coming. Tilly, you're on to something. If you're not subscribed to this channel, I don't know who needs to be subscribed, because, like, you're not wrong. Rest in peace, Tiger Hattori. So yeah, two more shows before the end of this episode, and I hope you guys have had a great time, because I've had a fantastic time bringing this to you. And of course, I do plan on doing more episodes of this, so don't let me out of that. Obviously, I got someone Skype, and we're going to be shooting. I think it was Kaiju, and Kaiju and I are probably going to be shooting, so that'll be fun. Now, here's Andrew Everett. And we just need Cody and Kenneth Cameron, and we should be set to go. Now, of course, if you guys enjoy this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be the person that says that all the time, so let's get subscribed. And of course, if you have any friends that you want to get to subscribe, that'd be pretty lit too. But you know, this has been a good 2-hour stream, which is something that I didn't dream would happen, so that's really cool. Enzo is muscular? What the? Okay, I can't say that out loud on this stream. So let's advance to Thursday. And you know, I haven't monetized this channel. I don't know if I'm gonna monetize it, honestly, because I'm not doing this because I have to. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this because I want to. I'm doing this for you guys. That's my primary thing. Del Rio, you can go to oh. No! No! Not AJ Lee and CM Punk. Anyone but them. They divorced. What is this? What is life? Why is this a thing? But no! That's not what I wanted. Well, what should we do now, guys? CM Punk and AJ Lee are divorced. What is this? Also, I will stream a lot of different things. I'll be streaming a lot of TEW, but I'll be streaming some personal things as well, because I just feel like I want people to see that I have more than one dimension to my personality. And we have Mark Briscoe. That is lit. So, moving on, Adam Cole is now a main eventer. I know what we're doing at the pay-per-view. I'm going to be working on that. Alright, Kai, I'll stop calling you Kaiju. John Gabarick, cool. Al Snow passes more protege tips, lit. And let's try Adam Cole and Jay Briscoe. No? Okay then. Ooh. So EC3 is going to come out and be like, hey, my opponent ran out. Now what? And then here comes Davey Richards like, now I'm going to come kick your ass. I could say ass. Ass isn't a swear word, right? Whatever. Now let's get a one-on-one match. I think Matt Jackson is still working elsewhere, so we can't really use him yet, but we'll get to him. Let's go Marty Skrull. We know how good he can be against Matt Sydal. And Matt Sydal, I don't care how far down the ladder he falls. At this point, Marty Skrull is a much better talent. He is the future of this company. But I don't trust him that much. I will definitely try and Skype you, but I kind of want to do it tomorrow because I kind of wore myself out booking and I've got to play Supercard, honestly. But we will definitely get to it tomorrow if that's okay with you. If not, that's also fine. Just, you got to let me know what's going on. Let's see. Then let's go Osprey. Osprey, you need an opponent. You can face off against Joey Ryan. And Osprey's going to pick up the win. I like Joey Ryan, but this is not his time. Let's make sure that... Let's try and make sure that we have every storyline being furthered. So Candice LeRae will talk a bunch of crap about Rosemary and how she's disgusted with Rosemary's actions. And yeah, I could be getting better ratings, but I'm building for something, and you guys got to trust me on that. So let's go Red Dragon against Roppongi Vice. And Roppongi Vice is the team that we're trying to build as the series tag team contenders. And then let's see, storylines. We have Cody and EC3 already. Let's have Andrew Everett backstage talking shit about Trevor Lee. Let's get another one-on-one match. Ricochet is very popular all of a sudden, and I like it. Let's have him go over Davey Boy Smith Jr. I will push Davey Boy Smith Jr. eventually. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I said one bad word. It'll be fine. Storyline recap, Sami Callihan and Willie Mack. I need to push that. Sami Callihan's going to be like, I'm going to beat Willie Mack up. I'm not afraid to destroy him if I have to. Or something like that. I don't know. Mocking wrestlers is not my forte, if you will. Phoenix and Eddie Kingston are going to wrestle. You know what? I could see that, Tilly. That may be a thing down the line, but you'll have to keep watching and remind me of that, because that is something that I could definitely see. You know what? Actually, just for that, let's go ahead and put it down, shall we? They're all going to be backstage, though. Let's get another one-on-one match. Let's put Zack Sabre Jr. in a match against Chris Sabin. And let's put Zack Sabre Jr. over. Let's check storylines. We've done that. We can't really do anything with this. Swagger and Davey, though, we want to go ahead and do. Yeah, Tyler Bate is actually really young, and I'm very excited about his potential in the future. But really, it all depends on how WWE chooses to use him going forward, and if he signs full-time to WWE, because he may not. So I think there's a lot of potential there, but it really depends on where he goes going forward. So let's go ahead and debut Mike Bennett again. Against John Morrison. And let's put Mike Bennett over. I know it feels like we're jobbing out John Morrison. I'm trying to kind of use him as the upper mid-card Chris Jericho type. It's really rough because right now we have a lot of heels. So okay, let's go. Let's make Mike Bennett a fan favorite. I could see it. Let's make this a storytelling match. And let's run it. So, EC3 and Davey Richards. I think that might be worse. Marty Scurll defeats Seidel. Carter's promo. Look at that. Will Ospreay defeats Ryan. Candice LeRae taunts Rosemary. Roppongi Vice defeats the Red Dragon. Everett does that. Ricochet defeats Davey Boy in a really good match. Callahan taunts Mac. Phoenix taunts Kingston. Gentlemen's Club's doing their thing. Sabre defeats Sabin in a very solid match. That will help the show a lot. Swagger taunts Richards, and that's the co-main event, so that's going to help the show. And a very, very solid match to end it. Look at that. Best show yet. I told you guys. Drain the swamp. Like, this is what I was trying to do. But nobody listened to me in the other stream. That was an example of what we needed to pick this stuff up. This really helps the show out a lot. Oh, Davey Richards is a technician. Jack Gallagher is a junior. Jack Gallagher, I swear, when I can get you, I'm getting you. Let's see. Auto push. Storylines. Is Cody signed with us full time yet? Okay, good. Now, let's go ahead and do our next 2 days, and then we will do the pay-per-view. After the pay-per-view will be the end of the stream, so hopefully you guys really enjoyed this, and I look forward to bringing you more of this. But, you know, if you like this, leave a like. We need that. WWE kind of goes back and forth on that stuff, you know. WWE sort of... They tend to go back and forth on what they say. It's rough. And that's kind of why I stopped watching WWE a lot. I mean, I don't mind them, I guess I don't have as much time as I used to. I don't know. But what I do know is that Matt Jackson is here. Are you guys ready for this? Let's get Impact Sacrifice going. I need some hashtag hype one more time. Give me some hashtag hype in this chat. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to meet this. But our backstage locker room morale is better. Oh, everything is so much better. Everything is so much better now, guys. Alright, let's open this up with a big X Division match. Actually. Can we do add match? What do we have here? Let's just do a scramble, I guess. I don't want to do a direct Andrew Everett Trevor Lee match yet, because I want to build this a little more first. I want to get this to the peak of how good it can be. So we will get to that. I promise you. We will get to that. But you got to trust me here. So let's throw 6 cruiserweights in here and see what happens. This will be our X Division match. We're going to have Trevor Lee win. We want him to keep the title so that we can go forward with it. We're going to work the crowd with this, and this should get the crowd interested in the next match. Which, this is going to be the culmination of the Swagger-Richards feud, because honestly, this feud is not working as well as I want it to. And we can do better. Swagger currently has what title? The television? Okay, so let's defend the television, and Swagger needs to win. We're going to have him win cleanly. Then, let's go ahead and have our tag team match. The Motor City Machine Guns take on Roppongi Vice for the World Tag Team titles. And we're going to put the Motor City Machine Guns over at this point. Roppongi Vice definitely got plenty of momentum going through, so I don't feel as bad for having them lose. Then let's have our women's title match. Candice LeRae against Rosemary. And we're going to have Rosemary win. And we're going to have it be a very tainted win. After the match, Candice LeRae is going to be beaten up by Rosemary. And we're going to continue that feud. Ah, that's not what I wanted. What other storylines do we have? Callahan and Mac. We want to go ahead and have the first match between those two. We want Callahan to win. But we want to make Willie Mack look strong. And Callahan's going to get beaten up by Willie Mack, which essentially means we can continue this feud. Then let's look at a couple more tag teams. Let's exclude Booked. Let's have the Death Crew Council against the Briscoes. And we're going to put the Briscoes over because I want them to be a very crucial part of this tag team division. Meanwhile, Bram already has something planned, and I would be doing more with Bram if Moose weren't hurt. But that kind of hurts things, so... we have 2 more storylines to book. No, 1 more. So let's go ahead and try and book some more upper mid and main eventers. So let's have a Fatal 4-Way. So let's go Kenny Omega. Where is Cody? Why is he not showing up? He's only working for me, isn't he? You know what? I'm not even touching that. Okay. So EC3 is going to defend his title tonight against Morrison, Magnus, and Bennett. That's how we'll get around this. And we're going to have EC3 obviously retain it. And after the match, we just say screw you to this storyline because this isn't working, and it's obvious. After the match, EC3 is going to be celebrating when here comes the Bullet Club. Okay, that makes sense, Tilly. The Bullet Club is going to come in and destroy EC3. And then let's go ahead and have Adam Cole and EC3 will be at the next pay-per-view. Does that sound good to you guys? I think it sounds good. I don't know. Let's run it. Oh, Mandrew Scott broke his fingers. Good job, Everett. You injured another person. Davey defeats Swagger. Really good match there. Machine Guns defeat Roppongi Vice. LeRae loses to Rosemary. Fine. Continue that feud. Continue that feud. Briscoes defeat the Death Crew Council. I like that match. EC3 wins this match. And Bullet... No, I was in Puerto Rico! I hate Puerto Rico. I don't hate the country as a whole. I just hate going there in TEW. That's gonna hurt. So that's less than, you know, good. Andrew Everett broke his fingers, just to clarify. That hurt my feelings a lot. So let's go ahead and take care of our month-end stuff, and then we will be signing off. But let's make sure that we have everything taken care of. Mandrews broke his fingers. Eddie Kingston sucks. And Sami Callihan has upside. Everett, you're a piece of crap. I'm very mad at you right now. That should have been a lot more impactful. I am very disappointed about that. Hey, sometimes it happens though, you know. Can't win them all. I don't know, I'm trying to handle it as well as I can, but I'm very disappointed. Don't let me lie to you. But yeah, so I'm afraid that's all we've got for you today. We will definitely be continuing this series, so if you like this, like, subscribe, you know what to do. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've really enjoyed working with you guys. And you guys take care.